What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. We've got a fun one today. We're going to be talking about a new game that just got announced today, and I've watched this trailer probably 7 times, maybe even 8, just picking through it, trying to find little hidden gems, and y'all, I cannot wait for us to look at this. The name of the game is Marvel Snap, and if you're a Marvel fan, you know that Snap has a little bit of a significance there. Why don't you go ahead and comment down below your favorite Marvel character? I'll go ahead and read those in just a little bit. But what I want to say real quick is, I know a lot of times people are hesitant towards new games. Okay, so I'm going to put this out there real quick, and I want you to stick around and watch because I am unbelievably excited about this game and the potential that it has for strategy and everything. So the game director on it is Ben Brode, who was the game director for Hearthstone, which is a very iconic game with a lot of depth and a lot of strategy. And he's been working on this. And I think that in itself warrants people giving this a chance and watching it. Because someone like that, of that caliber, in regards to their just track record in the gaming industry, in the mobile gaming industry, it warrants a watch and it warrants a listen to see why he would put his time towards something like this. So let's check this out. So I started a little bit into this because there's a little cinematic at the beginning that you guys can go and watch if you'd like to.
I am so excited to
So he's the chief development officer, which is, it just means he's the big guy.
show you what we've been working on for the last 4 years. Marvel Snap is the culmination of everything we've learned about making super fun card games combined with the power of the Marvel Universe.
Okay, so I just want to say this real quick. Card games are hit or miss for people. It's like you either love them or you hate them. I just want to say this up front because I've already watched this so many times. This is not even remotely close to your typical card game. It's not a turn-based game. You're both playing at the same time. You overlap gameplay. It is still reactionary, and there's a lot of deep strategy in the game, which makes me really, really happy. I love card games, and like Clash Royale is a card game. It's just not your typical CCG. Where you're literally laying down cards and there aren't units. But the art style in this is actually very inviting, with 3-dimensional graphics and all that kind of stuff. Let's keep going.
It's been an unbelievable honor to work with Marvel and Newverse on our first project. There's never been a game like Marvel Snap, and we're so excited to share it with you.
Yeah, let's go. All right, so let's check this out real quick, just off the jump, okay? So Marvel Snap. You got 1 player, 2 player. This looks like these are the 2 players that are playing. You got Retreat down here, which is dope. Playing Final Turn. Okay, so you've got turns. It looks like each of these is a room or a board or a planet or something like that. This is a base card that you play off of. So like this one says cards play here have a 25% chance to be destroyed. It looks like this one probably got destroyed. Each of these can hold 4 cards at them, and you add the numbers up. So this is 7, 6, and 1, so 14. So it looks like this person right here is winning this card. So that's awesome. I think the graphics are sick. All this stuff looks really good. Let's keep going. Oh, that was clean.
Marvel Snap is a collectible card game where we stripped out all the stuff that gets in the way of fun and gets everybody straight into the strategic action.
Okay, so let's talk about that, okay? That's one of the things that people hate about card games. It's very easy in card games to have long matches, to feel like you've played for 15, 20 minutes sometimes. And when you lose, not only are you losing ranking, but you also feel like you've wasted time. You know what I mean? It's like, that was a waste of time. I get that feeling sometimes when I play World of Warcraft and I go into Epic Battlegrounds and they take 25 minutes and I end up losing. I'm like, well, I kind of wanted to win. That feels like a little bit of a waste of time, you know? But I've never felt that with Clash Royale. I've never felt like I wasted those 3 minutes playing. And I think that's going to be the same for this. You might lose ranking in this game, but you're not going to feel like you lost time, which I think is really, really important. And so the fact that they strip all of that stuff out, all of the waiting, all of the back and forth that you get in turn-based card games, I think is amazing, and I think that's really, really smart.
The first thing that makes Marvel Snap different than other CCGs is how fast the games are. Each game is about 3 minutes.
Both players.
So 3 minutes, dope. Like I don't know if it was Clash of Clans that kind of coined that whole 3-minute thing, like the 3-minute attack. I think that it was, but that's kind of like, I think there have been studies on that being like the perfect amount of time for someone to just feel good spending on a game, sitting on the toilet or whatever it may be.
Play simultaneously. There's no waiting.
We've taken your opponent's turns and your turns and
No
layered
waiting.
them on top of each other so that you don't have any waiting. It's just your turn, your turn, your turn, your turn. You get to make all the decisions in half the time.
That's so sick. You don't get that in card games.
With
I want to see this. I want to see this frame right here. I know this is really annoying. Ah, dang it. I missed it. There we go. All right, so you can see that whatever that was played, 22, 10, like it just looks so cool. I know that a lot of people like to see units fighting and shooting and all that kind of stuff, and that's fun. There's a lot more strategy in this type of game, and I am so amped about it.
With Marvel Snap, we really wanted to bring it to the next level. Another example is deck building.
Once upon a time, card games had 60 card decks. You could play 4 copies of any card, which was actually just 15 unique cards. And so in Marvel Snap, we thought, hey, what if we just did 15 unique cards? And actually, the games are so fast, we can go down to 12 cards, which is still about the same amount of strategic depth, but it's so much easier to build a deck.
Yeah. Like, deck building is so incredibly important. That's why there's all these videos on best decks and all this kind of stuff, because it's important. Every card serves a purpose. If you have one wasted card in a deck, you are automatically at a disadvantage, at least from the standpoint of cards and abilities. Obviously, if you're a better player, you could probably take out 4 cards and still beat your opponent. But deck building is important, and so they're taking it down to where it's easier. You don't have to have those 30-card, 60-card decks. You can have 12 and be good to go.
The game is all about the Cosmic Cube. Oh, snap.
In the ranked mode, you're basically fighting against other players, trying to get more cosmic cubes.
Okay.
If you think you're going to win, you can snap your opponent, and that doubles the stakes.
That is it. This is such a sick idea. Like, I cannot believe this has never been implemented before. This is unbelievable. So cubes in this are kind of like trophies. Let's let this play out, okay? So max 8, okay? So if you play a match, the max number of cubes you can get is 8. And in Clash Royale, for instance, let's say the average is probably 25 to 35, okay? So this is 1/3, 1/4 that, okay? So this is a lot. This is a lot of trophies. Imagine you were playing Clash Royale, you took out 2 towers, and you could say, check it out. I'm gonna bet you 30 more trophies that I'm gonna win. You can choose to leave and lose 30, or if you think you've got it, you can stay and say, I think I'm gonna come back and beat you, and you can win 60. How sick is that? Like, that is so awesome, and it just adds this other level of like confidence and mind games and bluffing like you see in poker and all this kind of stuff. This is brilliant. Like, I cannot stress enough how sick this idea is, and I think that it adds, just this alone adds strategy to the game and allows people to push up and all this kind of stuff. Like, it's so dope.
The whole mind games aspect, that's spiked my heart rate a little bit. When you feel like you are going to win the game, you can double down and get more rewards back, which feels great when you win.
If you retreat the game, that means you lose the game. But it doesn't feel bad. It's kind of like a skillful damage control.
So that's a very good point. Clash Royale obviously doesn't have a forfeit button. There's a retreat button here. And I think retreat is the perfect word for it. Forfeiting is saying, I'm losing. Retreating is saying, I'm gonna take my team, and I'm gonna come back, and I'm gonna win next time. There's a difference in it. And so that's very like strategic. Like he said, it's like, well, I'm pushing trophies right now. Do I want to continue playing, even though I feel like I've already kind of lost? I can leave and lose 1 cube right now, or I can stay and risk it and then end up losing 2 and then have to play twice to get it back. Like, all this kind of strategy. So it's not only strategy in the gameplay, but it's strategy as to whether or not you can have a smart retreat.
It's played over 3 locations, and your goal is to win 2 out of the 3 locations.
Okay, so 3 locations, you want to win 2 of them. This guy's winning, this guy's winning. I don't know what round it is, but nobody's max, so I imagine that it's only like round 3 or something.
So the mind games start to happen as you start shuffling your cards around and trying to figure out how to outwit your opponent to secure 2 out of the 3
Oh, 2020?
locations.
2020 and 17?
The cards focus on the heroes and villains of the Marvel Universe. And every card in Marvel Snap has a unique ability. These powers really affect the game, and so choosing the cards that work best together is one of the most fun parts of the game.
My favorite card is probably Magic.
Heimdall?
Viper. Galactus.
Gamora.
King the Conqueror.
Dang, the Conqueror. Look at this. Boom.
The Marvel Universe and Marvel Multiverse ultimately is so rich. How can we get all of that into this game? And the only way to do that is through
Look at these. Let's go.
These variants.
And here's the cool thing is it's all the same card. You just get to collect them and choose which card you get. So it's like skins.
Maybe you really like one style of variant, and so you want to collect a bunch of them.
Yeah,
and
this
build
is
your
so
whole deck
dope.
using these variants.
We'll find like really unique artists who have such a distinctive style that we actually want to turn into a variant set. So that's another way we approach variants.
It's another way to express yourself in Marvel Snap. So when we launch, there'll be well over 150 base cards for players to collect.
So 150 base cards to collect, but it looks like some of them, like Star-Lord. So he said well over 150. That makes me think maybe 170, and they just don't want to say 170. But a lot of them don't have multiples. So that's already a lot of cards, which is so sick. So many to learn. And here's the thing. You don't have to level up your cards. Like in Clash Royale, getting a new card is cool, but you can't use it until you level it up. Here, when you get a card, it is in its best form. So there is no leveling it up. You have it. You're good to go. Look at this up here. Guardians, Doomsday, X-Men, Avengers, and Black Order. That's pretty dope. So that's how you can kind of filter through what you have. Or maybe if you build a deck, it has to be within these genres. Like you have to play all Guardians if you're going to play Guardians, or Doomsday, or X-Men, or Avengers, or Black Order. I don't know if that's the case, but that's something to think about.
And then we're going to continue to be adding new cards to the game every single month as these new seasons roll out.
We just really want you to see that there's going to be something new in there every day.
It's really
something new every day.
Us that you're not paying for power. The game is free to play, and you can get every card in the game over time without paying anything.
Okay, so free to play, dope, sick. I know a lot of you guys hear what this nice woman just said, saying overtime. Here's the thing. When you think about Clash Royale, again, I'm comparing it to that because that's what we play here. Over time, you can collect all the cards fairly easily, but you can't level them up fairly easily. So here, this is awesome because you're taking away one of those branches of progression, which is upgrading cards. In this sense, it's okay, I just need to get it, and then I have it, and I don't need to do anything else. So collecting over time, I imagine if you play a good bit, you'd be able to unlock things pretty quickly, and then I would guess that money is spent on cosmetics and things like that. These games have to make money. There are going to be ways to spend money in games. That's just how it is, and honestly, they deserve it. If they make something that's dope, I want to give them some money because they worked hard on it, and I want to support the game. But when you remove it from the skill-based aspect of it over time, that's good. Now, obviously, I could probably, based off what she's saying, I could probably spend money and unlock the cards fairly quickly, which might give me an advantage ahead of time. But if you're a better player than me, in a month or two when I face you on the ladder, I might be in trouble.
Got him! We can just hit one button and you're right into a game. We try to find a fair match for you. There's no pressure on you to figure out what kind of battle you want to have today.
The skill cap is really high. I think you can play the Snap for thousands of hours and not feel like you've perfected it.
That's pretty dope.
When no game feels the same, you feel like you're always learning. I think that's what's really important for a game feeling like it has meaningful depth.
We have huge ambition of constantly delivering new content.
Okay, let's see what that said. Those look like quests.
We have.
So recruit missions. So yeah, missions. We've got season pass and we've got missions. We can see gold up here. We can see another currency. Oh, you guys can't see that. Shoot. Dang it. Oh, no. So up at the top, there's just 2 different currencies. You got season pass, you've got missions, you got play match, you've got win matches to rank up and complete daily mission. Cool. Doomsday. Yeah, so it looks like this person is using their Doomsday deck. I think that's what it's saying. I don't know what this is. Okay, so it looks like 0 out of 10 cubes. Maybe you have to spend cubes to play? I don't really know.
Huge ambition of constantly delivering new content.
I'm just kind of guessing there. Frame break.
Constantly evolving the meta.
Okay, so frame break looks like it gives you new art style. Oh. Yeah, so okay, cool.
Will deliver better experience to our players.
Bro, these graphics though. Okay, so check that out. So he just played a card. I didn't see what it said on it, but it looks like it hits all 1 cost. That might have been a 2 cost. All 1 cost card, 1 or 2 cost cards, even on their own side. So there's that strategy there of this is now going to go to 0. They were winning this. Now it's going to be tied again. So that's interesting.
Marvel Snap is a mobile-first title, but that's not the same as being mobile.
Wait a second, did they blur out that Logitech logo? I'm dead.
First title, but that's not the same as being mobile only. We are working towards having an early access version available on PC at the time that we launch globally.
So obviously card games are significantly bigger on PC, so I think that's a great thing to do. But again, PC games normally aren't this short in time. And so I don't think this is a PC game on mobile. I think this is a mobile game on PC just because of that time played. Okay, let's keep going.
One of the things I'm most excited about in the game are these incredible 3D
so dope
effects that we have on cards.
Yes.
They really make it feel unlike any other card game.
We did a lot of VFX around communicating an ability for a card, but we also started adding flavor effects
Doctor
that just
Strange.
make cards
Doctor Strange is easily one of my favorite characters.
feel more like who they are, those characters.
Get it?
The music especially brings together some of the iconic feel and genre that you've come to expect with Marvel.
Anytime a Marvel character has an iconic line, we made sure to record that character saying that line. Human Torch says, "Flame on!" and the Thing says, "It's clobbering time!"
Yeah, let's go.
Marvel Snap is like a continuation of the fandom that many of us
I'm
have
losing
had
it,
for
man.
Marvel since when we were toddlers. Now,
Are you guys Marvel fans? I'm a Marvel fan, but I don't go like watch all the movies. Like I love X-Men, I love Gambit, I love like I very much so enjoy that universe, but I wouldn't say that I'm a super fan of it. Not for any particular reason. I don't really think that I'm a super fan of any genre or realm necessarily. I just enjoy them, and I'm so amped on this.
we get to pour all that passion into something that's really going to make it out there.
On Marvel Snap, I get the luxury of doing what I love. And
Yo,
what I love
let's
is
go.
art.
You just
I'm
geek
jealous,
out over
man.
the comics that you used to read as a kid and spend
I
every
wish.
day
I
looking
wish
at
I could do
something
that.
that is going to blow your mind. It's just a dream come true.
More of this stuff. Check it out. This guy's gonna win because he won 2 of those.
We hope you enjoyed that.
Yeah, yo, guys, comment down below how y'all feel about this. I'm not even kidding you when I say that I've watched this 8 times just to look at stuff and see what there is in it. I am incredibly excited for this game. I think that it is going to be extremely strategic, extremely challenging. It's going to be very rewarding, winning matches, climbing up the ladder, or whatever they call it. I'm amped. I hope that you guys are too. Man, comment down below. Let me know how you guys feel about it. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.